Hey friends, it's Bobby George here. And if you enjoyed these honest conversations about life after 55, purpose, health, money, relationships, all the stuff that really matters in the second act, do me a favor and click the like and subscribe buttons here you see so you don't miss future videos. It really helps the channel as well and helps me keep creating content for folks walking through the same road. Would you do that? Thank you. Okay, all right, let's roll. So, I spent 40 years working Army Reserve, that old 8 year, 35 state government, 35 years, leadership, consulting, raising a family. Got two wonderful kids. Got a beautiful family. Living life, making mistakes, learning lessons, the full ride. And now that I've stepped into the second act season, I've had some time to think about these years and what they really taught me. So, what I want to do today, I want to share 7 things I've learned after 40 years of work. So, and hey, don't go anywhere because I've got a bonus lesson I'm going to share with you at the very end, and it may be the most important lesson of all. So, okay, let's get going here. So, first thing I've learned is this: people matter more than titles. People, putting people first. Early in your career, titles were a big deal: manager, director, supervisor, sergeant, lieutenant, whatever it is. But when you step away from the job, that title disappears. What sticks is how you treated people. They remember that. Did folks feel respected? Did they feel heard, encouraged, safe? Did you lift people up, or did you leave the trail of tension, a dark cloud behind you? So in the end, your character lasts longer than your job description. So remember that. Second thing I've learned: discipline beats motivation. Motivation is great when you have it. When you're feeling stoked, I'm going to the gym. Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm going to go knock out some reps. That's great. However, discipline is what carries you when you don't have the motivation. And that means I got an AM workout at the gym. And you might be motivated. You get back from a long day of shooting videos or doing shows, presenting, doing all the things you got to do. And at the end of the day, you say, hey, I got to go back to the gym again. No, I'm not feeling it. That's where discipline brings you in. And remember, like we learned in The Power of Habits, the goal is not to get in the gym. The goal is to get to the front door. Okay? Because once you get to that front door, you're already there. Just go walk around in the gym a couple times so you can tell people you went to the gym. Okay? Got it? Because in the end, this is showing up when you're tired. It's doing the right thing even when no one's looking. And keeping your word, even to yourself. Your word is impeccable. So that's 2. All right? So discipline beats motivation. Money is important, but peace is priceless. Yes, money is important. And I've known people who had a lot of money, a lot more than I have. And they're spending, driving the fancy cars. I'm driving my Prius around. They're driving the Range Rover. They're going to, they're flying over to Europe, and I'm going to Chick-fil-A, But I've also known people with modest means but deep joy. Money gives you options, but peace lets you actually enjoy them. And peace comes from alignment, living within your means, financially, treating people well, staying healthy, being grateful, not trying to chase someone else's scoreboard. So anyhow, and hey, by the way, if this is connecting with you so far, do me a huge favor and click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps others find the channel, and it tells me that this content matters to you, so that would be awesome. All right, 4th lesson. Your body keeps the score, so take care of it. In your 20s, you can beat yourself up, and your body can recover and bounce back pretty much. In your 60s, no way, Jose. Movement, sleep, good food, stress care, hydration. These aren't luxuries anymore. These are maintenance. maintenance activities, and they're necessities. You got to keep the machine rolling. And the people who love you, they want you to stick around. So stick around. Number 5, kindness ages well, ego does not. I've rarely regretted being kind. In fact, Dalai Lama, be kind, right? I've often regretted being sharp with people, being curt, being impatient, or prideful. I'm like, why did I say that? God, that didn't come over right. So kindness scales, it spreads, it's contagious. Ego isolates. So kindness scales. So choose kindness more often. Number 6 of my 7, plus a bonus, so stick around. So growth doesn't end unless you let it. So you might be saying, I'm 55, 60 years old. I'm done. I did that to get my career's over. I'm just going to sit here, watch TV and eat Cheetos. Now, growth doesn't end until you let it. At some point, folks stop learning. They freeze frame life. They're stuck right there. That was it. I take a picture of it. It's over. But you don't have to. That's a choice. You can choose how you're going to approach that. You can reinvent. You can be the Colonel Sanders or the Morgan Freeman who, hey, look at this. I'm older. I'm going to make it in show business. I'm going to make it in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Start over. You can do something completely different. You can have someone going from an accountant to a gardener, So learn a new craft, guitar, piano, singing, whatever it is. Change direction. Make a switcheroo. Become softer. Become wiser. Become more you. Because what the world needs is you to come alive. Some people ask themselves, hey, what does the world need? The answer, I think, is ask yourself what makes you alive and do that, because what people need is for other people to become alive. Become more you. 2nd, act life is fertile ground for growth. And 7th, gratitude makes life softer. Life hits us hard sometimes. We have healthcare issues going on. We've got financial issues. We've got disagreement about certain policies with the government, and so it can cause tension. And nobody escapes that. But gratitude, it adds to cushioning. Despite all this stuff, I'm blessed. I got up today. I feel good. I made my bed. I'm grateful I have a bed to sleep in. It was a nice meal. I'm grateful I have these dishes that feed my family over the holidays. So it reminds you, I'm still here. Gratitude. I still have breath. I still have my people. I still have purpose. And gratitude doesn't erase struggle. It gives you context. You say, we're all going to struggle. Just Scott Peck, life is difficult, right? The road less traveled. So it gives you context, and that changes everything. Now, here's that bonus lesson I promised you, and this one really rises above the rest. And remember this. Your value when you worked in the working world was never your productivity, not your title, not your income, not your resume, not your performance. Your value is baked into you as a human being. And the people you helped, the love you gave, the people you served, the steadiness you offered, the laughter you shared, the lessons you passed down or passed sideways, the presence you brought into a room when you walked into a room. They go, wow, she's here. That's your legacy, not the job, the life. And if nobody told you lately, you did all right. I'm Bobby George, and I'm grateful to be on this second act road with you. In the conversation, if this conversation meant something to you, click like and subscribe, please, and tell me. I tell you what, type this into your comments. What's one lesson that you learned from your working lesson? 1 or 2. And it's amazing what folks put in. Resilience and willpower and perseverance. Yeah. And you'll get paragraphs in there. So brag about yourself. What's that one lesson you can share? I read all these, every single one, and I treat them as precious gems that you're submitting to our community. And it's been my experience that the folks in the community reading your comments get as much from it as from these presentations. So let's share our insights on the chat, okay? So we're all in this. We're all in this together. So I'll see you on the next video.